So,
Yeah, Kamal.
okay. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Kamal, and today we have agenda, uh, and we will learn like what is DevOps and why DevOps is needed, how DevOps is different from the traditional approach we were using, and DevOps lifecycle, DevOps automation tools, and DevOps principles. So, like first agenda of our discussion is like what is DevOps? you know so DevOps is a set of practice and we can say culture that improve collaboration and communication between software development team and operation teams. So we can say like they are ensuring that to improve the automation of the processes while delivering our end product to the users. So there are many processes and there that we will discuss in later in our presentation. But they are ensuring our automation and best quality of the product and monitoring and testing of the product. And like here in the image you can see like we have two different teams, development team and operation teams, and both of them have their different process to go through it. So first we have different phases. I would like to say like there are different phases, uh, like plan, code, build, test, and deploy, and then monitor and feedback and security. So these are the 8 different phases of DevOps, and each one has different activities. So that we will discuss later on. So hope you understand like what is DevOps, and let's move on to the next page, and why DevOps is needed. Yeah, as we have seen our previous slide with where we mentioned like DevOps making them integrated all the teams together to make the to make them ensure to deliver a best product or deliver the best product to the end user. So as we said, like we have different teams like dev team, quality assurance team, and operation teams. So these teams will be working together with the help of there will be a DevOps team, make them integrated to each other. So that's why we needed a DevOps team, so that all the all the process will be smooth and integrated with each other. So our next question is like how DevOps is different from the traditional IT approach, because earlier also we were using the same process to we were delivering the product to the end user, but how it is different from the previous one. So in the picture you can see like we were having the same software development team and quality assurance team and operations teams, but they were working in silos like uh, yeah, these software development team were working in a silos like gathering the requirement from the uh, stakeholders or from the business, and then implementing and testing in different environments like dev environment, SIT, and then EVT. And after completing all this process, then our operation teams coming into the picture to deploy all this package to the production in altogether in a single way. At yeah. But nowadays, when this DevOps culture came up into the picture, so what we have done is like DevOps make every environment in sync and integrated with each other, and now it is easy to deploy our code to multiple environments, and making them easy to adopt this process, so that everyone will be in sync and different teams will be in sync and work, they can work with each other. So earlier, like there were different kind of software development lifecycle, so waterfall model, and these are the different models we were having. But nowadays we are working in a agile methodology, where we have 2 weeks of sprints, where we are prioritizing our task. We are not taking whole software in once and start working on the whole at once, but now we are segregated, and we are making a small pieces of the software to build in a sprints. So that is the way we are working in DevOps culture. So DevOps life cycle, as I have said, like in my previous slide, we are having 8 phases in the DevOps life cycle. First is a plan phase, where we are planning on the the task we have, and this plan having a different activities and tools which we are working on. So plan phase will have some discussions with the development team and with the scrum masters and testers, where they are discussing over like how we are gonna achieve this functionality and how much time it will require to deliver to the and in the production environment. So this is the plan phase, and if we are looking for tools, so we are using some Jira and some Scrum tools there are in the market, so we can use them. And next phase is like a code phase, where developer needs to develop that functionality as a feature. They can develop it, and they are responsible to unit test in their environment, and then they can use Git to push it to the repository, so that it will be in the sync. And there is a process where some senior developer needs to approve that code to like just to review that code, so that it will match the best practices and all those quality of the quality of the code. Then it will be moved to the repository. And again, like it next phase comes as a build phase, where you know it will create a jar file of those uh, the code, the changes in the code. So in that phase, we will receive a versioned file, so that we will able to deploy in the next phase. And we can in DevOps, like in test phase, we are testing that file with like automation tools like Selenium and JMeter, and performance testing we can do there in the test phase. And next phase, we have like to deploy to those changes we made by the developer. So we will deploy those changes to the targeted environments, or maybe to the production environment. So this is a phase where we were using different tools like Ansible, or Kubernetes. So these are the some tools we can use to deploy changes to the environments. And after that, we have, next phase would be like monitor phase, where we are, monitoring the performance of the uh, deployment, and we are creating some log. We can create some logs in this phase to, identify our issues or maybe some performance thing, so that we can deliver it to the DevOps team to make it more smooth and reliable. So next phase would be like feedback, as I said, like after getting some logs, and we can analyze those logs, and we can pass it to a DevOps team to, make things smooth and reliable, and to improve, basically, as you discussed, like to improve the process, whole process. So that is the feedback phase. And next is the security. The final one is the security. Like we are, putting some security on each phase, so that it will more make everything in safe and secure, by putting some different securities in each phase. So let's move to the next slide. DevOps automation tools. So as I have said, like each phase having a different tools. So we can take a look of some of them here. So plan phase having, as I mentioned, we can use Jira and Confluence and Git, just to take a look as on a UI, like what are the tasks we have. And in the Jira tool, we maybe, the product owner can define like what are the priorities in this current sprint. We are focusing on to deliver these many tasks, because it might be possible to have, number of requests from the different teams, because DevOps team is something like, working with not with a single team, not oriented to the single team, but there might be a number of different teams which will be supported by DevOps team. So it might be possible you will have, let's say, for an example, if you are if there are three different teams, and each one has having like 10 requests, so DevOps team will have 30 requests. So in that case, you product owner has to prioritize like which ticket need to be completed in 2 weeks of a sprint. So uh, that is why we are using Jira or different tools in a planning phase. And like Git also and Confluence comes together in a code phase, where developer needs to deploy to the Git repository, and these changes will be, linked with those changes as a versioning of that is with the Jira, and that versioning, so that anyone can, relate or get the information. Yeah, these changes are linked to the that user story task. And build phase, we are having, some Maven tool we are using. In test, as I said, like we can use some Selenium and JMeter for testing, automation testing. And next we have, just to deploy, we can use, or creating pipelines, we can use this Jenkins and other tools like that. And for monitor, we have sorry, for deploy, we have Docker, AWS, or Ansible. And then next we have for operation or monitor. I think in this picture, operator and monitor are same thing. So Ansible and Kubernetes will be a part of tools to cover these phases. So yeah, now we have DevOps principles where we have some principles how and what is the what are the main focus of DevOps. So we can have some first one could be like customer centric, where we have to focus on the and deliver a best product to the and which to the end user or to the customer. So it will be uh, a smooth delivery to the so that it will add a value to the customer basically. And the next phase could be principle could be like collaboration with among different teams like development, operation, testing, quality assurance, you can say. And you could be like stakeholders. So there should be some collaboration so that it will be quick and smooth. Yeah. And like next principle, I would say it could be like automation to make every process automated, because we are having some repetitive task on each phase. So we have to automate those steps so that it will be handled automatically and will be delivered a good product. So we anyhow we are focusing on the good delivery and best product and easy delivery. So we should not face more challenges while deployment. Okay, so that is the main task, and that's why these principle defined. So yeah, and we can have continuous integration and continuous delivery and monitor and feedback. So these are the main principles of DevOps. So yeah, hope you understand this slides and the topic DevOps. What are the things? But I would say some people think like DevOps is a tool altogether, but it is not. DevOps is a culture or the practices we are using by using different tools, and there are different tools in the market, not the tools which I have mentioned in here in this slide. So yep, hope it helps you. Thank you very much.
One by.
Yep, you're done.
Done. Okay.